In February 1985, a freight train was carrying 70 empty wagons to the city of Kostomuksha in a small republic on the territory of the USSR when it was suddenly pulled by a strange luminous UFO for more than an hour. No one can yet explain what happened during this strange incident, most often called the incident with train number 1702.
Section 51.
Hi everyone, what's up guys? DOZgeek here with Section 51. Thanks again for your support. Before starting and feeling the creeps, please hit that like button and share this new video right now to keep supporting Section 51. It's the weekend of all dangers, and that's why we will discover together today a new and very strange story. So if you are ready, let's start right now. This story is most often called the incident with train number 1702. It happened in 1985 in the Karelian Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic. For the first time it was published in the journal Technology of Youth, number 8 of 1989. Nowadays, it is rarely discussed anywhere, although this is one of the most unusual ufological cases on the territory of the USSR. In February 1985, a freight train was carrying 70 empty wagons to Kostomuksha via Petrozavodsk and Suoyarvi. The locomotive was driven by the driver Sergei Orlov and his assistant Viktor Mironov. At 35 past 8 p.m., they passed through the Esoila station. Everything was fine. The train was going according to the schedule. But then suddenly Orlov noticed some strange object in the shape of a ball from the side of the trees. The object moved parallel to the movement of the train and did not lag behind. Orlov and Mironov closely watched the object, wondering what it was. According to their report, the object released a beam of light to the ground and then pulled it back. Then the ball rushed sharply across the train and flew in front of the locomotive, ahead of it by about 30 or 50 meters. Orlov got scared of the alleged collision of the train with the ball and turned off the propulsion engines, and then pressed the brakes with all his might. But the train didn't stop and didn't even slow down. It continued to move forward, as if it were being pulled by something. The shocked Orlov and Mironov could only look powerlessly at how the mysterious object was moving in front of the train, and it seemed that it was he who was dragging the train. Later, they told the investigators of the Department of Internal Affairs that the object was of the correct geometric shape, about 4 meters in diameter, and it moved not high above the ground completely silently. The train was approaching the Novye Peski station. Orlov turned on the radio and contacted the station attendant and told her about the mysterious object that had taken their train in tow. The woman did not understand what he was talking about, but she decided to go out to the platform and then she saw with her own eyes. She was very surprised when she saw two strange objects, and not only one, flying in front of the train. The first was a kind of vibrating apparatus, a kind of classic disc-shaped UFO. The second was a luminous ball. They flew in front of the diesel locomotive, which was moving at a speed of at least 50 km per hour. From their cabin, Orlov and Mironov could not see the second UFO, since the luminous ball covered it with itself, so it was clear why later they did not tell anything about it. In front of the station, the train did not slow down at all, and the attendant was frightened when she realized that the ball was moving directly to the station house and was now going to crash into it. However, right at the arrow, the ball abruptly separated from the locomotive and smoothly flew around the house and then returned to the train again. The train, meanwhile, drove past the Novye Peski station, but at the moment when the ball flew off the train, its speed dropped sharply and various objects hit the driver's cab, and Orlov and Mironov themselves were badly hurt, hitting the windshield. But as soon as the ball returned to the train, the speed of the train increased again. When the train approached the station Zastava, the mysterious ball left the train again and disappeared somewhere behind the forest. The train immediately slowed down and then managed to stop at the station. Orlov immediately jumped out of his cab to check if the train was damaged during the entire incident, but when he began to bypass the locomotive, a bright beam of light illuminated him from above. This beam literally pressed the man to the side of the locomotive and he could move with great difficulty. Somehow he managed to get back to the cabin, and when he got into the cabin, the train went by itself as if waiting for it. So the ball dragged the train along for some time, and then for the third time flew away somewhere, and this time finally. In total, the UFO dragged the train with 70 empty wagons for 1 hour and 20 minutes for more than 50 kilometers. It was noted that the UFO helped the train save 300 kilograms of diesel fuel. Orlov and Mironov did not suffer much physically, but they had a very strong nervous shock. The correctness of their testimony was confirmed by the diagrams of the recorders installed on the locomotive and some other declassified documents. However, none of the officials could provide a logical explanation for this incident. By the way, it was reported that a strange glowing ball was seen at the Karelian station Kutizma and shortly before the incident with train number 1702. In this case, it seems that we have several indicators and official documents confirming the authenticity of the story. The fact is that the event happened many years in the past, in the 80s, moreover in a country little known to the general public. Even I did not know the existence of this little Russian Republic of Karelia before I became interested in this UFO encounter. And what an incredible experience. It's crazy that this incident has been completely forgotten over time. What happened to the witnesses today? Are they still alive? What could be this strange luminous object that appeared for at least 1 hour in front of their train? Was it a ball lightning? Is it possible to see that kind of ball lightning for such a long time? Was it a disc-shaped UFO using plasma energy? What was the link with the train? If that UFO had a pilot, did he try to communicate with Orlov and Mironov? Or was it an attempt to protect the train from future possible disaster? Have other train drivers around the world also witnessed similar phenomena? What do you think? In any case, following this story, I cannot help but advise you to take your precautions if you have to take a train soon. I wish you a good weekend, full of thrills and discoveries. I hope you enjoyed this video. Section 51 is on social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Hit that like button and that bell button too. Share the video, subscribe to Section 51, talk about Section 51 around you. Thank you. This was DOZgeek with Section 51. I'll be back really soon. Open your eyes, watch the sky, live long and prosper.